Hi guys, so welcome to the first video of the BLT channel. In this one, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Together the series. Now, a disclaimer before I start. First of all, I just want to say that I don't hate any of the cast or anyone. This is just me sharing what I thought of the BL. So if you want to see more stuff from me, make sure to subscribe and enjoy this video. Alright, so I'm going to start on the positive stuff that I have to say. Personally, I love the music in the BL. I think it's amazing. I love the concerts, the guitars, and all of that. Also, I love the comedy. It was funny. It had me like cracking up. I was laughing like all the time. So yeah. Okay, so about the characters. I want to start with Tyne because he asks Sarawa to be his fake boyfriend, and Tyne basically is like, okay, you need to flirt with me in front of Green, but also he's kind of lost because Sarawa is flirting with him all the time, but most of the time. So Sarawat also, what I noticed about him is that he's lost a lot of the times and that he doesn't know how to react. At first he is in denial, like he doesn't want to flirt with him, all of that. But then somewhere in the middle there's a scene where he's like, I'm his boyfriend in front of him and nobody else. So I want to also point out the kissing scenes in episode 7, where there's a kissing scene. Tyne is just standing there. It's awkward. It didn't feel right to me, and I just did not like any of the kissing scenes. I did not understand why they moved in like really early in the relationship, if you know what I'm talking about. I think that's a big problem, and I did not see anyone talking about that in the comments. I think it was cute, however, I have a problem with that. Like, there was no representation of how it is in the real life. You know, it's just like, oh, let's move in, great, let's move in. There is no talk about who's gonna pay the bills, who's gonna pay the rent. Yeah, I did not like that. Now, I also have a problem with the character called Green. The representation of this character is just overdone in BLs. Basically he's the one that's hitting on Tyne all the time. This show and a lot of other BLs make the type of man that Green is very toxic, and I think it's overdone. I think we need to stop. And basically something I want to point out is Green confesses to Tyne that Dim, his boyfriend, hits him sometimes, and Tyne does not give a reaction to that at first. When I saw that, I got mad, not gonna lie. And there's a different scene where Dim is having a argument with Tyne because he thinks that Green and Tyne are together, but they're not. So basically that's the only problem that we're gonna talk about. And then the toxic part is forgotten about, and Dim is like, oh, I'm sorry, and then he says that he's sorry about the hitting part and all of that. But I just did not, it just did not feel right to me, and I think that it shouldn't have been portrayed like that. And I think um, Green and Dim's relationship is toxic, and yeah. Now, by the end of this BL, we face a different problem. That is the character Pam. She basically made the drama between the couple. To be honest with you, I do not understand Tyne's reaction to her commenting on a photo of Sarawat, because that's only a comment. Like, in the school, you see girls that are all over him, but you're just gonna get mad at this one girl for a comment. I don't know. I didn't understand that one. But then also, Pam as a character literally went, like, she left her medical school, went to music school for Sarawat. That's dramatic. We need to stop that one. I didn't like it. I think it just makes females, like all of us, basically look like clowns, because you're trying to prove that we'll do anything for a man, and that's no. Now about the couples on the side. Type and Man, they are a really cute couple. Like 10 out of 10, they should make a series, like, for real. Now about the other couple, Fu Kong and Drake, they ruined it. Basically Drake tells him, like, there's this one scene that Drake is like, I like you, and then he says, as a brother. That wasn't it. And then Drake, if you think about it, is just a character who is there to basically make drama between Sarawat and Tyne. So he basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, he pulled out a Kiki Do You Love Me on Tyne, and it did not work out. Okay, I know I'm going to get hate for this, but hear me out. The next thing I want to point out is dramatic last episodes. In the 13th episode, everything goes up in flames. But also, I think that this is the worst ending ever. Please don't hate me. So, spoiler, it ended with a high five, if you don't know. And basically the ending ruined it for me. I was very hyped. Also, I was in the middle of school stuff, so I was watching the show as if it's the end of the world, basically. And then when I got to the end, I was just like, oh, all right, that was not it. So I think I'm gonna end this video with saying that there was too much hype. Now, I understand where the hype is coming from, because I was hyped the whole time too, and I even recommended this BL to a friend while I was at the middle of it, I think. So I recommended this BL, but when I finished the BL, I told my friend, like, this is not my cup of tea. And yeah, I think she's not going to watch it. So while making this video, there was also a announcement on GMMTV that there is going to be special episodes, and not just one but 5. So I don't know if we're trying to save the plot, or I don't know what's going on, but they're saying that it's gonna be very soon in 2020. Now, what does that mean, very soon in 2020? I have no idea. But I think I'm going to make a different video about my thoughts on the special EPs and how I feel about them before it all starts, and then we're gonna see how is it gonna end. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope in the comments we can be respectful. And yeah, have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one.